Okay, I think we're actually live here. I think it's actually working. Hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today is the very first Stuff and Things live. This is an experiment. We're trying this out. Can everyone hear me, first of all? Can people hear me? Hello. Okay, I'm getting hello. We're getting people in the chat. This is cool. All right, so gang, you'll notice the stream started about a minute late or 2 minutes late because I tried to set it up and then I didn't realize I had it private and I tweeted out a URL. Hopefully everyone can find this. Oh my God, there are actually a lot of people joining the chat. I find that really surprising, actually. I'm not going to be able to keep up with everything, but it's great that people say you can hear me. And so what we're going to try to do here is it's going to be a normal Sunday Stuff and Things, kind of, which I will be posting tomorrow at the normal time. So we'll go through some of the normal things. I have some questions already for hashtag #AskStuffandThings. I do have a reading from the EYE of Argon that we'll get to. We'll talk a little bit about some videos that I'm going to be doing. And then I'm going to be trying to read the chat at the same time. And there are so many of you. Hello. And then we'll just kind of have a conversation. We'll see what happens. So first of all, a lot of people are already chiming in saying hello. I would love it if people said hello and where they're from, because that would be really cool. I already see that we have hello from Texas from Matt R. We have Jake saying that things are working. Ignis R saying hi. People are saying the microphone is good. That's excellent. I'm glad that it's working. We have Jamie Hastings. Hi from North Carolina. Tolkien from Germany. We got people from Cincinnati, WKR Piper, Noah Goer from Mississippi, or Gower, Tugboat Adventures, Daytona Beach. My God, Jay Rao from Greenville, South Carolina, Uncle Cliff from Yucca Valley, California, Jason Patton from Tennessee. Oh my God, we have Royal, Illinois from Kyle Osterber, from Chicago, from Iowa. That's Midwest Pipe Smoker, J Raz, Paul Buckner from Tennessee. This is crazy. We have On Oj from Sweden. Hello. Red Devil 2579 from Rhode Island. I've got to say right now, I was expecting maybe like 10 or 15 people. The fact that we already have over 60 and we have a lot of people in the chat here. So I'm going to try not to miss things here. We have Heath Riggle from Texas. OBX Piper from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. What an interesting name. Ty Ellard from Georgia. Jake Nelson from the middle of nowhere, Illinois. Angel of Meth, Atlanta. Les Brady. Hey, Les, how you doing? Stoic Smoker from Oklahoma, Arkansas border. Okay, Gower, Noah Gower. Sorry about that. Sakarath, hello from Malaysia. So cool. Fritz McGillicuddy from England. So it must be kind of late-ish evening in England right now. Chris Coffee. Is that how you pronounce your name, Chris? From Grass Valley, California. Cheesy Bacon. Hey, hello from PA. Hoctor the Pipe Doctor from Las Vegas. And then, okay, we got some good stuff going on in the chat here. Yardism San Jose. Giorgio Corrado, bonjour, from Montreal, Quebec. Hello. All right, this is fantastic. It's great that we have all of you in here. Again, I'm going to try to be paying attention to the stream or to the chat as much as possible. I also want to kind of pay attention to how long I've been recording here. I guess I have a timer up here. Just getting familiar with all the software. Eventually, I want to try to use actual streaming software while I do this so I can maybe share my screen and show you things. This is just kind of an experiment. We're going to see how this works, and then maybe we'll do a regular live episode maybe once a month or once every couple months. But it's just cool to be able to interact from all of you. Magnus Noden from Sweden. This is so cool. We're getting people from around the world, and I didn't know if we'd be able to get too many because obviously it's 1 p.m. on the Pacific coast of the U.S. right now, and obviously people live all over, all sorts of different time zones. But anyway, I'm also recording in my office right now. That's why we have this very boring blue background. So I can't smoke a pipe at the moment, but we're going to see if I can kind of record remotely. If we do this again, go to the old official Stuff and Things studios and work out all that out. But gang, welcome. It's so great to have all of you. We got Jonathan Lee from Victoria, BC. This is so cool. 3 people from Sweden. We have Jorgen Larsson. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Jorgen. This is great. Dia Ryan, hello from Israel. So every once in a while, I'm going to stare at the chat. I'm going to say something from the chat. If I ignore you, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. But as I mentioned, we have some things to talk about here, and I think we're going to start out. I know some of you aren't huge fans of our good friend Jim Theis, but I love The Eye of Argon, and I'm going to continue reading. We started here. Let me see, chapter 5. How much more do we have in this book? All right, I think I know where we are. So spaghetti, smooth, warm whiteness of the marble-hewn altar. So the shaman is hanging out with a wench here. He may be sacrificing her soon. Is everybody ready? Here we go. The shaman's lip curled back farther, exposing a set of blackened, decaying molars, which transformed his slovenly grin into a wide, greasy arc of sadistic mirth, and alternately interposed into the female a strong sensation of stomach-curdling nausea. Have it as you will, female, gloated the enhanced priest, as he bent over at the waist, projecting his ape-like arms forward and clasped the female's slender arms with his hairy round fists. With an inward surge of his biceps, he harshly jerked the trembling girl to her feet and smothered her salty, wet cheeks with the moldy touch of his decrepit, dull red lips. The vile stench of the shaman's hot, fetid breath overcame the nauseated female with a deep, soul-searing sickness, causing her to wrench her head backwards and regurgitate a slimy, orange-white stream of swelling gore over the richly woven purple robe of the enthused acolyte. How's everybody going here? People are talking in the chat. That's great. We're continuing on here. The priest's lips trembled with a malicious rage as he removed his callous paws from the girl's arms and replaced them tightly around her underlying neck, shaking her violently to and fro. The girl gasped a tortured groan from her clamped lungs, her sea blue eyes bulging forth from damp sockets. Cocking her right foot backwards, she leashed it desperately outwards with the strength of a demon possessed, lodging her sandaled foot squarely between the shaman's testicles. The startled priest released his crushing grip, crimping his body over at the waist, overlooking his recessed belly wide open in a deep chasm. His face flushed to a rose-red shade of crimson, eyelids fluttering wide with eyeballs protruding blindly outwards from their socket to their utmost perimeters, while his lips quivered wildly without allowing an agonized wallow to gush forth as his breath billowed from burning lungs. Talk about burning lungs. His hands reached out, clutching his urinary gland as his knees wobbled rapidly about for a few seconds, then buckled, causing the ruptured shaman to collapse in an egg-huddled mass to the granite pavement, rolling helplessly about in his agony. It's the first cast ever, Michael, so thank you very much. Good morning from Australia. Hello. Hi, Bradley from Turf Smurf. Hello. Glad to see some Southerners in here from Noah Gower. Repper ring, damn, now I can't skip the reading. Sorry, it's almost over. But man, we're getting somewhere here, aren't we? The pathetic screeches of the shaman, groveling in dejected misery upon the hand-hewed granite-laid pavement worn smooth by countless hours of arduous sweat and toil, a welter of ichor oozing through his clenched hands, attracted the perturbed attention of his comrades from their fetid ululations. The actions of this rebellious wench bespoke the credence of an unheard-of sacrilege. Never before in a lost maze of untold aeons had chosen ones dared to demonstrate such blasphemy in the face of the cult's idolic deity. The girl cowered in unreasoning terror, helpless in the face of the emblazoned acolyte's rage, her orchid tousled face smothered betwixt her bulging bosom as she shut her curled lashes tightly, hoping to open them and find herself awakened from a morbid nightmare. Yet the hand of destiny decreed her no such mercy. The antagonized pack of leering shaman, converging tensely upon her prostrate form, were entangled all too lividly in the grim web of reality. Shuddering from the clammy touch of the shaman as they grappled with her supple form, hands wrenching at her slender arms and legs in all directions, her bare body being molested in the midst of a labyrinth of orange smudges, purpled satin with mangled skulls, shadowed in an eerie crimson glow. Her confused head reeled, then clouded in a mist of enshrouding ebony as she lapsed beneath the protective sheet of unconsciousness to a land, peach, and resign. All right, gang. We did it. We did the reading this week. I'm going to mark my place here. Maybe for live videos, a live reading might not be the thing we're going to see. As I mentioned here, we're just sort of experimenting, trying to figure out what works. Let me take a look at the chat here for a minute. Boris the Piper says hello from Finland. Hilton George says I made it. .. 777. Hello, everyone. Brad Taylor. Good name, Brad. Hello from Wyoming. Noah Gower, these descriptions are too much. Yes, they are. Cheesy Bacon. We all have to take a big collective sigh of relief after reading that. That was a lot. That was really good. The complexity of the story's vocabulary makes my head hurt, says Kyle Osterber. Okay, gang. So as we're sort of experimenting with this whole idea of doing a live video, I do have some of your questions right here that we can get through at some point. Typically in a Sunday Stuff and Things, I'll tell you about videos that we have coming up on the channel. I haven't actually recorded this week's video yet, and I'm vacillating between several different subjects. Hello from Puyallup, Washington. Hey, how you doing there? James S. Howdy from Singapore. Cool. 4 a.m. here. Wow. Thank you so much, Shin Fangon, for stopping in. And please, yes, get some rest, get some sleep. So obviously we have our Stuff and Things plays videos that post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're doing that like normal. Bloodborne, kicking ass. Kevin is doing a great job in Bloodborne. We will keep posting those videos. This week, I was thinking of doing another guitar-related video because we just posted a pipe blend review last Wednesday. And what I'm thinking of doing is, I don't know, a segment called like Pedal Power or something like that, where I talk about some of my guitar pedals. Hey, Cody Striegler. How you doing there, Cody? Thank you for coming to the live stream. We have 75 people in here right now, which is insane. Anyway, so I thought maybe the first pedal that I might show on the next video for the, I guess we'll call it Pedal Power or something like that, will be perhaps this Deja Vibe. It is the Deja Vibe CS MDV Mark II. It's basically a Univibe pedal, and it's really interesting and really cool. And I really want to check it out, or I've been checking it out, but I really want to show it to you guys. I've been trying to sort of look up what songs famously feature Univibe, but it's mostly, you know, Pink Floyd and Jimi Hendrix, stuff like that. Things that I'm not super familiar with, but I'm going to see what kind of sounds I can get, what we can do to actually make a video. So I think that will be the video that posts this Wednesday. And then next Wednesday, we'll probably have another pipe-related video. But we shall see. I want to take a look at the chat again. Shin Langan says, love your show, Bradley. Thank you so much. Turf Smurf, loving the Bloodborne playthrough. Thank you, Turf Smurf. Robert Games, Deja Vibe sounds pornish. It does kind of, doesn't it? Jake Nelson, damn it, made me a liar. Also a guitar player. Do him up. How did I make you a liar? I'm not sure. What songs from Pink Floyd? I think everyone mentions Breathe from Pink Floyd. That was from Noah Gower. There are a lot of things that David Gilmour used a Leslie, like an actual Leslie cabinet, a rotating speaker that kind of sounds Univibe-ish. A Univibe was originally meant to replicate the sound of a rotating speaker, and it didn't really get that close to that, but it has a very interesting, very, I don't know, hypnotic kind of pulsing sound that you can get out of it. A lot of people mention a really famous song that uses Univibe is Machine Gun by Jimi Hendrix. I mean, basically all his Woodstock performance, he was using Univibe, but that's a very specific use case for a Univibe that I'm not super into necessarily. Other people mention Robin Trower, who I'm not really familiar with, but there's a song, Bridge of Sighs. It's just this cool pulsing. There's actually a little light bulb in here that pulses. And that's where you get the actual the phase shifting, I guess, in the pedal. I'm going to do some research. We're going to maybe do this and do some sounds. I've already discovered some sounds that I love out of this pedal, so we'll see. Back to the chat. Hilton George, it sounds awesome. Wait a minute. You think that's bad? There's a fuzz pedal called Big Muff. Yes, there is. Made in the 70s, I believe. So there you go. MD of the North. Hey, a Patreon supporter. Greetings from the other side of the sound. I wouldn't miss Grigner for the world. I hope you didn't miss Grigner. Grigner had an amazing outing. Actually, Grigner wasn't even included in this outing, but the unnamed wench was, apparently. Let's see. Kurt from Nirvana famously used... Okay, yeah, Jake says that Kurt Cobain from Nirvana famously used a Univibe. I've heard that too. I've also heard a phaser, and I'm not sure exactly what songs he used which on. SRV, Stevie Ray Vaughan, uses that effect sometimes. I've heard that as well. Play some music. Wonder if you use it on Riviera Paradise. I do have my guitars here, but I don't know if that's really something we should be doing right now. Something from Peter Green as he passed away today. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's That's a tragedy. Peter Green. And that sounded flippant, but I didn't mean that. I'm actually just trying to read. How's your friend Chad? Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. That's good. Dimension D on Riviera Paradise. Late to the party. You're not very late. Get Journeyman. We've only been recording for about 15 minutes here. Boss DS1 for distortion. Yes, I do have a Boss DS1 for distortion because Kurt used that a lot in Nirvana albums. Kyle Ricketson, how to quit cigarettes to pipe smoking. I've talked about that before on some earlier videos because, man, how long has it been? About 6 years where I stopped smoking cigarettes habitually and basically just stopped cold turkey, didn't touch anything for several months. And then I started incorporating a pipe. But maybe we'll touch on that again in a future video. Regis Philbin died. What? WKRP Piper in Cincinnati. I did not know that. I thought he was immortal. People are saying the live video looks good. That's good. It's just like a Logitech webcam. I can't use my normal camera. But I think this mic sounds pretty good, hopefully. John Robinson, hello from Central Nebraska, viewer since 2014, smoking H&H anniversary flake. Kyle Whitmore, we're part of Stuff and Things history. I guess so. I guess we are. All right, gang. So keep your comments, keep your questions coming. I'm going to try to read them when I can. But we do have actual questions that were submitted before in hashtag Ask Stuff and Things. Remember, if you have a question for me and you would like it answered on the Sunday Stuff and Things, tweet at SAT Bradley with the hashtag Ask Stuff and Things, and I will do my best to answer your question. Also, if you are a Patreon supporter, you can ask me questions there. We are going to do, he's saying, say something in your tin description voice. Okay, I will read the first question in my tin description voice. That was from James Erling. The first question comes from Corbyn Bordner on Patreon, and Corbyn says, "Hey there, Bradley. So who's that cute family in the picture frame behind you? LOL. If you've seen any recent Stuff and Things videos, you will see that there is a picture frame behind me that has a nice kind of corn silk blonde haired family. They are just the family that came stock in the picture frame. I just thought it was amusing to put that up there. Eventually, I'll put an actual picture there. Thank you, Corbyn, for the question and for the support. This is from Piccolo Matt. Have you ever tried to carve your own pipe? If so, how did it go? I have never tried to carve my own pipe. It seems like something... Oh, wow. Sorry. Wow, almost 100 viewing. I'm very surprised that there are almost 100 people viewing. I think that's insane. I was expecting maybe a dozen. Anyway, as to the question as to whether or not I've ever tried to carve my own pipe, that seems very difficult. And it seems like unless you're just going to take, 100 hours and use a whittling knife and a piece of wood, it seems like it would require some pretty impressive machinery, like maybe a lathe and all sorts of things, maybe a drill press. So I've never actually tried to do it. It seems like it'd be a really fun thing. And if it was the kind of project where you were just committed to spending, 3 months and just carving it out by hand, that would be really cool. I know that some people have done that, but I have not, but maybe sometime in the future. Let's take a look at the chat again. People are congratulating me. Gordon Gladstone, thank you so much for joining the live broadcast. I'm actually quite flabbergasted that this is happening. Okay, yeah, somebody .777 is saying you can get pre-drilled hobby blocks. That is true. I have seen those, and that might be cool to actually try to experiment with that. Cold Comfort, good to see you live, Bradley. Thank you. Good to see you here. Old BR fan, hey, Bradley, good to see you live. Best regards to you from the UK. Oh, from merry old England, is it? Sorry about that. Hey, guys, first live I've seen you. Yes, this is the first live we've done, first live stream. Hobby blocks are a good option from JRaz. Yes. Okay, we're going to try to do another question on hashtag Ask Stuff and Things. This is from Turf Smurf, who I think was in the chat as well. Hey, Bradley, I had an idea. Don't know if it would interest you. Once a month, could we have an interactive first impressions video? At the start of the month, you could let us know what you are going to be reviewing, and we get the same blend. Then we can compare in the comments. It would only have to be perhaps every couple of months because some blends are harder to get than others. Looking forward to the live stream. That is a really good suggestion, actually. And that is something that I would like to try to do. If I can make it work where I can stream remotely from the Stuff and Things studios, I think that would be really cool. It would kind of be a book club where I could say, okay, this is the blend, just like you mentioned in your comment. This is the blend we're going to be trying. We're going to try it all together on this date. So thank you for that suggestion. I think that's a really cool suggestion. Let's see. Will you play Link's Awakening on stream, or have you played it off stream? From said, how do I pronounce your name, by the way? It's Sagdr. You comment all the time. Sedger? I'm not sure how to pronounce. I already played Link's Awakening. I played it on the Switch and I finished that. So I don't know if I would do that on the channel or not, but maybe I would. We've got Turf Smurf. Oh, yes. Thanking me for thanking him for the question, or he's saying you're welcome as I thanked him for the question. Not to start World War III, but are you going to get a new Xbox or new PlayStation? That's from James S. I don't know. It really depends on the games. I'm probably leaning towards a PlayStation 5, but I'll probably wait a bit until I get one. We got some people commenting on the hobby blocks, carving your own pipe. Scotty Dashboard says, tell Kevin he's doing a great job. Thank you. First pronouncement was good. Non-Americans pronounce. Okay, so Seder, that was the correct pronunciation. I hope so. Mario Kart 9, I'm not sure what that's in relation to. Hey, Bradley, glad to see you're live streaming. Love the channel and keep up the good work. From William Sturbens. Okay, picture is a bit soft. Lens could be smudgy. I think maybe I need to screw around with the lighting a little bit, but we'll hopefully get that dialed in before we do another live stream. Unfortunately, Spider7006 says, where's the pipe? Unfortunately, I can't do the pipe right now because I'm in my office, but if we do another live stream, hopefully I'll be able to do it from Stuff and Things Studios if I can work out how that all can get, logistically happening, and then we'll be able to do the pipe. James S. Oops, meant PS5. I know you meant that. I understand. Let's see. George Hazard just happened to catch this now. Glad to be here. This is great. It's really hard to keep up with all the comments. I'm trying to. Old BR fan, you have a quintessential radio voice, Brad. She'll have to brush you up on your British accent, though. What do you mean? My British accent is fantastic. Your tobacco reviews are brilliant. Thank you very much from Old BR fan. Okay, what's the temp there? Right now, I just got this. This is good. In my office, because I have my guitars in here, I just bought this little, there it is, this little temperature / hydrometer, so it can show me what the temperature and humidity is in my office, because I'm kind of worried about my guitars, especially when it gets to be winter. I want to know what the humidity is. So currently, the temperature is 74 degrees Fahrenheit in the indoors with a humidity of around 60%. Or actually, it's going down now. It changed as I picked it up. It's kind of sensitive, but typically it's around 50-ish% in the office, which is great for my acoustic guitars. So the British accent is perfect. Change nothing, says Brad Taylor. 74. It is sweltering. No, it's not sweltering. It's not bad right now. This is perfectly fine. But the other day when I was complaining about it, in the Stuff and Things studios, it was over 80 degrees, which to me is the cutoff. I cannot take it. I'm from Northern Europe originally. Let's see. Tugboat Adventure. I have a couple older top hat pipes that I would like to restore. Would you ever consider doing a pipes restoration tutorial? Yeah, I've done stuff where I've sort of touched on that in different videos, but I don't know that I've ever done one specifically about that. So I would definitely look into that. You lucky Northerners from Kyle Ricketson. It's 97, humidity 70% here in Southern Georgia. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be in the mid to high 80s starting next week here. And the only reason I mostly complain about the weather is, for one thing, nobody has air conditioning in the Northwest for the most part. And then second, I have to work outside. So pouring concrete when it's 85 degrees is different than, just going about your business and, recreating when it's 85. So that's why I complain. Let's see. Just got a Razer laptop with a 2080 Super. Any good PC game recommendations? I haven't played anything on PC in a while. That's from J Raff. I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk. I don't know if I'm going to play that on PC. Maybe. Cody Striegler says it's 100 here in Texas. All right. Oh my God. Okay. There's so much to try to keep up on here. Plan on doing any more vlog style videos like you did during your Hawaii trip, from Jamie Hastings. I would love to. Those take so much work for editing. I know it must not seem like it, but I would love to do more stuff like that. So look forward to that in the future. I will definitely do that. Dusko, this is going to be a hard one, and I apologize in advance. Dusko Stojakovic. Don't worry about the guitars. Just don't leave them baking in the sun. They'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure you're probably right. But I do know that, especially in the winter here, it can get to like 0% humidity when it gets cold. And so I may look into getting like an in-case humidifier for my acoustic at least, just in case. Here's a question from James BDH. Have you thought about doing a what are you smoking this month or week? I always find it interesting what people review versus what people actually use regularly. Well, I mean, if you want to know what I'm using regularly or imbibing regularly, we got that's not gonna work, is it? Come on, camera. Yeah, I guess I have to put it back here. You can sort of see the lighting is just not working out. It's Peterson Elizabethan and then Peterson Standard. Those are my go-tos when I'm not reviewing something. And since I just reviewed the John Cotton's blend, I finished that actually, and those are what I've been smoking lately. Let's see. James Erling, ever thought of doing your first impressions videos blind? Have the S&T staff to randomly select the tobacco, etc. Have fun to see it. That would be great if there was a staff, but we'll have to look into that. Okay, let's see. I need to get through some of these other questions and hashtag #AskStuffandThings. Ty Smith says, in old man accent, "Hey, Bradley, if I remember correctly, you do construction work, mainly concrete work, I believe. What is the strangest or most elaborate structure you and your team have built?" Interesting question, Ty. We have done some really expansive decorative driveways with stamped concrete and all sorts of different things that, you know, the customer ended up paying like $60,000 for the driveway because it was so huge and so complicated. But just recently we did a very large retaining wall that had 16-foot high walls and 14 inches thick. So that was probably the most imposing structure we've ever done. And it's me and my brother by ourselves setting all that up. My dad is there kind of helping, but he's older, so he's mostly, you know, just bringing supplies and stuff like that. So yeah, 2 people. We did a 16-foot high wall. So that was pretty impressive, I'd say. Next from It's Ya Boy Ted Bradley at Chevrolet of, do you own or regularly shoot firearms? I'm sure you must have seen that we've done some videos about that in the past. Haven't gone out to fire my guns lately, but yeah, I definitely do. Jason Buckner at GoVols39. I have watched all of your pipe tobacco reviews, and many times at the end of a review, you say you will get another tin. Presbyterian Mixture is a blend that won you over after a week of enjoying it, and you made this claim. Did you get another tin? I did. In fact, I actually have a tin currently sitting in my shelf somewhere. So yeah, it's not something I have all the time, but I do like it. Okay, let me jump in here. Ever thought of doing your first impressions video blind? Yeah, we got that. Boveda makes packs for musical instruments. I saw that actually. That's from Kenjiro 5775. So yeah, that's an option I might use. The light is too bright. I have it at the lowest setting right now. I don't know if I can make it any. Yeah, I think I have to screw with the actual camera maybe. So we'll work on that for the next one. Let's see, the Escudo review from Cody. I know I need to do that. That's the review, right? Or the revisited. I do need to do that. Smashing Artful. Hey, Mr. Stuff and Things. Hello, Gordon Gladstone. I have an old boy. Never take it out of the house. Afraid of losing it. Yes, I think that might be in relation to something else that somebody was talking about. How would you compare standard mixture to 965? Standard mixture is just very basic. It just has the Latakia, the Virginia. It doesn't have the Oriental forward nature that 965 has. And 965 also has that the brown Cavendish in there. So it's sweeter and just a little more, I don't know, there's a little more sourness to it as well. Standard is just a very basic English, but quite good. I really like 965. Yeah, 965, as I mentioned, is pretty sweet. Spray on concrete coatings? No, we haven't really done that. Smashing Artful. Jake Nelson, have your fiance chosen what? Oh, randomly pick a blend for me. Always works out fine. No, because pretty much everything I get, I have to, it's very laborious to get it. You can't just go to a brick and mortar around here because there aren't any around anymore to pick it up. And since you can't ship to Washington either, it's like usually I have to go through a friend or something to get blends here. Ever thought as a philosophy major you'd be running a concrete business? No, I did not. Sean Cornwall, but it's been the family business, so it makes sense. Let's see. I'm not being able to keep up with all these here, but I'm trying. Seder, any manga or anime reviews coming up? Not really, but I have been reading. If I can find this, it's not really manga, I guess. It's a graphic novel, but Uzumaki is quite interesting. It's sort of a almost Lovecraftian horror kind of book, but quite good, actually. Not for children. Do not let children read this. But it's quite interesting. And then I did get the first few volumes of Berserk. I'm going to read that at some point. Let's see. Nasal snuff. I tried that as a youngster. Never really been a huge fan of that. Okay, we still have a couple more questions and hashtag #AskStuffandThings. Thank you all for writing in. I'm doing my best to keep up. I know I'm failing miserably, but we have another question from Joshua Smith at Lambda_Lusser. The day after I smoke, especially if I had retrohaled, I sometimes get a taste of the previous evening's blend. It's somewhat akin to how espresso can linger on the palate throughout the day. Have you experienced this? The day after? No. One thing with me is that I have allergies all the time, and I'm always blowing my nose all the time, so maybe that would expel it if that was going to hang around. But no, I haven't really experienced that. Next, from Uncle Cliff, how is the skateboarding going? It's barely going. I've gone maybe once or twice in the last month, but I want to definitely step that up. I just haven't had the time. Austin Bailey, at Austin Bailey 1, have you tried shaving with a straight razor or double-edged safety razor? If so, what has your experience been and what products do you use? I've never used a straight razor, but I have used a double-edged safety razor in the past. Obviously, I don't really shave clean very much. I don't even know what it was. It was like an old Gillette double-edged safety razor, and I can't really remember what kind of blades I used or anything, but it is a great shave. It's a little more laborious, but it's worth it if you're going to be shaving close. And then, okay, let's see. Hey, who's afraid of Eric Nording? Nice to hear from you, man. Greetings from Kiev, Ukraine. Standard Elizabethan are both great. Haven't had 965 yet. John Robinson. Yeah, it doesn't look like you shave very much. I don't. I do shave here on the perimeters. Otherwise, my beard would be kind of creeping up onto my cheeks. But have you considered playing a Souls-like game such as Nioh? I actually bought Nioh a while ago. That was from Kyle Whitmore. And then I didn't like it that much. I started playing it a little bit, and I didn't love it. I'm obviously playing a Souls game right now, or a Soulsborne game, playing Bloodborne at the moment on the channel. Let's see. Cody says, have you listened to the band Brand New? Highly recommend. Handcuffs is a good song from them. I've never actually heard of that. I'm going to have to look into that. No, wait a minute here. Somebody says, Lucas Rapils says, unfortunately in Belgium, it seems Peterson Dunhills will not be distributed. Seems they will not distribute everywhere in Europe. I hadn't heard that. That sucks if that's true. Okay. Hello from Sweden, from Johan Tajambro. Sorry, I know I'm pronouncing that horribly. Chambro? That's several people from Sweden. That's crazy. Okay, we have a couple more hashtag #AskStuffandThings questions to get through here. From Kyle Gray, or actually we have one more, in a deep Southern Georgia accent. I don't know if I can get that specific. What's the best place to get some of them estate pipes? That's probably more Southwest. I used to get those from eBay. I don't know that that's really a great option anymore. There are all sorts of great websites. There's Briar Blues is really good. I've gotten stuff from Mike there. I don't know if I can think of any more off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure some people in chat can as well. Hello from sunny South Carolina, a review for Sparkplug. Yes, I know, Sparkplug. Hello from Canada, Silverhand Dad. All right, gang. So I know this is kind of scattershot. I know it's been kind of scatterbrained. I'm doing my best to keep up with everything. I'm going to try to go through a few more questions on the chat, and then we're probably going to have to start wrapping it up. I think this has been pretty successful. We have 135 people in the stream right now. We have a question from Who's Afraid of Eric Nording. Bradley, let me ask you the question about pipe smoking I get most. What is the attraction? Why smoke a pipe? Oh my God, that's like a whole episode there, Eric. We've talked about this a bit before, and I think I've done some stuff in videos, but it's a very relaxing, contemplative, de-stressing kind of activity. It's like maybe the same thing that people would get from having a nice glass of cognac at night or something, but you can you have to take time to do it. You have to be more mindful when you do it. And so I think it just puts you in a really good position to concentrate if you need to concentrate, if you need to think about a problem, tease out a puzzle that you're contemplating. It really helps you de-stress. It's just great. It's a great hobby. Pipe Stud. Yeah, Pipe Stud on eBay. He's been good. Thank you. Smashing Artful says you're doing great. Blue Room Briars have a good estate collection. Great. So a lot of people are mentioning some good places to buy estate pipes. Fritz McGillicuddy says an excuse to do literally F all for at least an hour. That is true. It takes about an hour usually. Boris the Piper says Dunhill Petersons are available in Europe. Newest blend is Dark Flake. Yeah, I thought they were mostly available in Europe, but maybe our friend who mentioned Belgium was saying maybe certain territories they're not available. Let's see. Have you managed? Okay. Oh, wait. Jake Nelson says, would love to see you review Borkum Riff. Even if you hate it, it's entertaining to watch you squirm. Yeah, we'll see. Dario Molinari, have you managed to make time to play The Witcher 3? I actually did play The Witcher 3. I didn't play it on video though, because I just knew that if I played that game, I wanted to play it at my pace and not have to record it. And I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Old BR fan, Bradley, for your first live show, you did very well. Well done, old chap. Thank you, sir. Johan, okay, now I'm going to screw it up, though. Johan Jambro says, not too shabby pronouncing my name. I probably ruined it that time, though. Sun God V, you got a new mic. No, this is the mic I always use when I record gameplay videos. So this is a Shure SM7B. It's a fantastic mic. I love it. Well done. Hope you do this again. Okay, so I think we're going to start wrapping it up. But before we do, we have to get to the very best part of every weekly Sunday Stuff and Things. And that is where I thank you, the Patreon supporters, for supporting the channel. And of course, today, I also have to thank all of you for being part of the chat. We have 144 people in here right now. It's insane. But first, I would like to thank good people like, oh, yeah, and if you would like to support us on Patreon, I think there's a link. Is there a description box during a live stream? I don't even know, but there should be a link to the description box below to support us on Patreon if you wish, just like Ryan McFadin, MD of the North, who I noticed in chat today, Kirk Crompton, Cody Striegler, who I also did chat today, and Stauffer, corbynborbyn. Corbyn, it's a question. Yes, thank you, Corbyn, very much. Glenn. Also like to thank the crazy people who support channels at $100. Well, we're going to have to try to wrap it. We've been going. Seems very strange. Rotbert. Messinas, good friend. I'm late, but can you still using your Falcon pipe? Yeah, it is a great option, especially when I'm at work like that. When are you going to talk about your guitar, Bruce? I did mention I'm probably going to do my next on this Deja Vibe pedal. Thank you and the people who support you. From Kim, oh my lord, these Scandinavian names are hard for me, even though that's the stock I come from. Chargard, that's tough. Thank you very much, and the people who support you. Thank you, Kim. Let's see, Captain. She's breaking up. That's his weirdest voice yet. He's turning into Starscream. Is that me, the voice that I was making, or is there something going on with the audio? Let's see. All right, gang. Okay, that's good. It seems like the audio is okay. All right, gang. This is insane. I can't believe so many of you joined the chat. We had, I think, over almost 150 at some point on the stream. Okay, I was cutting out for a minute, but we're cool now. Thank you all so much. I think this was a pretty successful first try at a live stream. We will be posting this as the Sunday Stuff and Things tomorrow. And then depending on the response we get, I think this is a pretty good response. I think it's pretty clear that we should do this again. We may think about doing it maybe once a month, once every couple months, because this was great. It was really great to be able to interact with all of you. And that's just fantastic. So thank you all so much. I'm going to say goodbye now. We've got Aloha from Hawaii from KDS 474. Thank you all so much. Kenjito 5775. Les Brady, thank you. Captain Haddock, thanks. Tom Cole, thanks. Rubber King, thanks. And thanks all of you. We will be ending the stream now. But until next time, until we meet again, I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things on our very first live stream. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Bye, Ismail. Hey, Ismail. Good to see you. Gonzalo, Yardism, Michael Schroeder, Randall R., Neil B., John Robinson. Thanks, guys. See y'all later.